Up with KREM begins now.
Here we go, 6 o'clock here on your Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on the show. I'm Tim Pham. Let's start off your Wednesday with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. Thomas, we're calling for another weather impact alert. Very busy for you today. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. This atmospheric river is going to keep us busy for a pretty long duration, and we're going to take things basically 1 or 2 days at a time. For today, it's about the high winds yet again. So fresh batch of some wind advisories issued mainly for eastern Washington. Coeur d'Alene's also included in this. And notice that there is a gold-shaded region over far southeastern Washington. Pomeroy and Asotin are under high wind warnings. Those will be locations that get the strongest wind speeds overall today, up to 60 miles per hour, which would be quite severe. So that's the wind impact. As for the rain, most of it's going to be contained over the North Idaho mountains. It's all in our easternmost areas. So the Silver Valley will have a rainy day. Spokane, not so much. We might catch a scattered shower during the day. And then finally, the heat. And I do say heat because for December, this is unusual. Mid-50s for high temperatures today to mark one of our warmest December days ever, though today's record does stand at 60 degrees, which, by the way, is the all-time December record high temperature.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning from I-90 in Maple, just outside of downtown Spokane, and as it splits off to the 195 exit. Wet road conditions as you head out the door this morning, but overall nothing major to report at this hour. We will keep a close eye on our traffic cameras throughout the morning, let you know if there's any significant problems on your morning commute. On Up with KREM, we bring you weather and traffic together every 30 minutes. The time now is 6:02. New this morning, State Senators Mark Schessler and Marcus Riccelli have introduced a bipartisan bill aimed at making it tougher for serial rapists to be released. The move comes just 2 months after the release of Kevin Coe. Under the proposal, if a convicted rapist confined at the Special Commitment Center seeks release and the state can show the offender has refused treatment and shown no remorse, a judge would not be able to order release or a less restrictive placement. The bill is expected to be formally introduced next year when the legislature convenes. New from overnight, one man is dead and another is hurt after they crashed just outside of Ritzville. Washington State Patrol says the driver of the car was traveling along westbound I-90 when they went off the roadway, hitting a post. The driver then overcorrected, causing the car to enter the median where it then rolled. The driver was taken to a hospital. Sadly, the passenger died at the scene. WSP says the cause of the crash was fatigue. New this morning, the College of Idaho announcing they will be eliminating 3 majors starting in 2026 for all new students. The private liberal arts school in Caldwell plans to cut theater, communications arts, and philosophy majors. Meantime, they are adding 3-degree programs: biochemistry, finance, and criminology. The school's CEO says the changes reflect enrollment patterns and market demand. The new changes impact 10 positions. 6 of those are teaching positions.
There's not any perfect timing for that, but it was the best we could do given the timing we needed to be under, and then still have changes in place for the next incoming group of students.
Current students will be allowed to complete their majors. However, many students are not sure who will be teaching them, as students say all 3 theater professors were told they are being laid off. New numbers this morning. Americans are moving less, according to .2 Homes. Only 11% of Americans relocated. This is the lowest number they have on record, actually. But it's a different story in Idaho. More than 13% of Idahoans changed their address last year. That's the 5th highest in the country. Of the 13% of Idahoans that moved, nearly 73,000 people came from out of state. In certain parts of Idaho, more than 20% of people new to that area came from out of state. While it might seem like a lot of out-of-staters are moving to the Gem State, a vast majority of Idahoans are moving to different parts of the state. A majority of those relocating are renters. A heads up for those in Idaho, the state's treasurer is encouraging people to check and see if the state is holding any of their lost or forgotten dollars. Idaho currently has more than $291 million that is unclaimed. This is made up of forgotten bank accounts, rebate checks, or even refunds. To see if you are owed anything, you can visit yourmoney.idaho.gov and file a free claim. State police canines across Idaho can now sniff out fentanyl. The final dog completed certification on Monday. So this means ISP's 7 drug-detecting dogs can now help find and intercept the dangerous opioid, which ISP says is leading to rising overdose rates. This is a part of a full statewide implementation of fentanyl detection training. This is the 5th drug odor the dogs can detect, joining marijuana, heroin, cocaine, and meth. Well, take a look at this video from Snoqualmie Falls. My goodness, the falls just pouring out water as the first round of an atmospheric river hit western Washington, causing major flooding. And more flooding in Sultan, about 40 miles northeast of Seattle. You can see floodwaters from the Skykomish River are blocking roads. Cars were forced to turn around to avoid being caught. Thomas, not.
Yeah, that is a bit unusual to see this time of year. Usually when the falls are kind of roaring at that intensity, it's April because you're naturally getting the snow melt. In December, to see that much snow melt and rain, it's only unusual, but being fueled by this atmospheric river. Basically, the cloud cover you see here is actually just pouring in all the wind, the rain, the warmth, all at the same time. Snow levels are at about 9,000 feet of elevation. So that means there are no mountain peaks in our region that are getting any snow. It's all rain. It's all melting snow. I think today we're not going to see a ton of rainfall overall. Most of it is in our easternmost areas. Today is more about these windy conditions and the warm weather. At 56 degrees, I just checked this, would be one of only 16 days that have been that warm ever in the month of December. So it'd be a top 20 warmest December day ever.
A new way to treat your furry friends has arrived in Spokane County. It's called the Premier Pet Mall, and that's where KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is joining us live this morning. Brandon, tell us more about the Pet Mall. Good morning.
Oh my gosh, good morning, Tim. Am I so excited to introduce you to, first and foremost, a couple of amazing people. We've got Renee, we've got Sherry. I just want to say thank you. I mean, Toby wants to be introduced as well. Hi, Toby, how you doing? Toby wasn't, got a little camera shy, but I've got to get Renee over here, Sherry, and where are we right now?
We are at a bird's place in the Premier Pet Mall.
A bird's place in the Premier Pet Mall, and I am just having a phenomenal time. This is the type of way I want to start every single morning. Sherry, I'll get you to walk over here as well because Desi is on Sherry's shoulder right now. And again, you've already met Toby. Thank you, ladies, though. How are you feeling?
Good. How are you doing?
I am amazing. What is it like being able to provide this place, a space for people, pet lovers, bird lovers, and then also you're in a new space here as well?
It's great. We've been having a ton of fun, having a grand opening last weekend. We seen lots of old faces, met some new friends. It's been fantastic.
What's it been like for you, Desi? Desi said, bro, if you don't get that microphone out of my face right now. Renee, how exciting is it just to be able to, see people walk in here? And I'm sure they're probably just as thrilled as I am with you right now.
Oh, it's awesome. It's really fun to see everybody, old people, new people, and talk to them about their birds and show off our birds. And it's really fun.
And what do you all provide? What can people find, especially if they're bird owners or pet owners?
Well, we've got lots of toys. We've got top-of-the-line food. We really focus on nutrition for the birds. We also provide boarding services for when people go out of town. We'll board their bird for them, and we do in-house trims as well.
Okay. I have more I want to show you, but I got to send it back to the studio right now. I'll end on this one over here. Which one is this?
Gidget.
Gidget, this is Gidget. I had a bird just like this one named Birdie Mac back in the day. So Gidget, toss it back to the studio, my friend.
Toss it back to you.